What's up, y'all? I'm Coach Roman Tubner, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rising star on the big scene, make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat, don't settle for less. They put you through that test, your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote. Chill.
Who got next? Who got next? Yeah! Welcome back to another fire episode of Season 3 of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right. We're talking to rising stars in our communities who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I got to talk to the producers about this because I don't know how we keep finding ourselves at the capstone. I don't know how we keep finding ourselves in Alabama, but today we got a banger. This dude is one of the top coaches in the nation, a rising 30 for under 30 name in the game. He's doing all kind of amazing stuff, recruiting coordinator, and guess what? He was just recently announced as one of the top 50 coaches by Silver Waves Media, but KT, I got a surprise for y'all. What most didn't know is that my guy played basketball in the city of Shreveport, Louisiana at Centenary. So now we are brothers from another mother. Let's bring him to the stage. Coach Roman Tubner. How you doing, Coach Tubner?
What's up, man? I'm doing good. How are y'all?
Man, we living the dream, man. We're excited to have you on the show. We actually got to hang out with this guy in Chicago. We're going to tell y'all about that here in a second. But before we get going, I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana. Put your L's up. Hey, Mr. Yeet is in the building. I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, the other side of the logo, the Quiet Storm. Shh. The head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling great, B. Jones, and I want to go ahead and get this out of my system now because I'm not going to say it again during the show, but roll tide, brother. Roll tide.
Roll tide. We love to hear it.
I might say a roll. It depends, man. I might say a roll tide before we get out of here, Coach. You got to give me some reason to say it, all right?
Let me tilt my camera so you can see it. There you
go. You might have to. You got to earn that roll tide out of me before we get out of here. But before we go get to Coach Tubner's amazing story, because this is a good one, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this dude can hoop, he can coach, and he's just one of the coolest cats on this side of the Mississippi. We got to pay the bill. So check this out. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Smash that the share. We send this out to as many people. On the count of 3, we need you to do all 3 of those things and help us to keep this amazing momentum of 2023. We counting on you. That's right. We counting on you, University of Alabama. We count on y'all to show us some love and help lift us up. All right. So on the count of 3, Coach Tubner, is your folks gonna rock with us?
Yeah, man. We're gonna rock with you.
All right. Let's go to work. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. That's right. If you smash that like button or you smash that subscribe button, welcome to the family. We appreciate it. And we don't do fans around here. Coach Tubner, I tell you, we walk in the building, we all kin folk. We don't do followers, we don't do fans, we do family. So welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. Hey, leave us a fire emoji in the chat so we can properly introduce ourselves to you and welcome you to the family. All right, Coach Tubner. You got that serious look on your face.
That's how I am, man. I just be ready to roll.
Hey, you got that number 2 jersey on right now, man. You look like you about to.
I just be ready to roll, boss.
All right, let's go to work then, Kevin. Let's go. Sports Life Talk initiation.
All right, Coach. To initiate you into the SLT family, got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Well, I grew up on my favorite artist ever, Lil Wayne, Easy. That's what I grew up on. Lil Baby, now that's who I love to listen to. Love a lot of his music, especially the Merch Madness song he just put out, kind of uplifting kids, giving back this community and culture. Nipsey, Hustle would be third. Listen to a lot of that. J. Cole, is 4. And then 5 is kind of like all over because after that, it kind of gets muddy for me. I like Jay-Z, lyrical content, but then I'm from the South. I'm actually from Montgomery, Alabama. So T.I., 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐞, I grew up on that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
So he gave you 4 for the last 5.
Yeah, you know, I gave you about 4 for the last 5 because that's whatever. But them first 4, that's me.
All right, Coach, we're gonna let you make it on that because normally we make you stick to 5, but T.I., all them, man, we'll
go Lil Wayne, Lil Baby, Nipsey, J. Cole, and then we'll go Jay-Z.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
I like the T.I. one too, man. Leave them all in there, KT.
T.I., Jeezy. When you from down here, T.I., Jeezy, Boosie,
all of
listen. That's just what you grew up listening to.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, Coach. So we like to rank everybody's top 5, and the highest you can get is 5. But B. Jones, there's no way with a list like that, because he gave me about 8, that we can give him anything less than 5. We can't give him anything less than 10, B. Jones. How long has he been in the coaching game? He's
13
going on
years in the game.
Year. Let's give him 13 for that, man. B. Jones, I'm going to say it again. Roll Tide. All right, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
I don't really have a favorite superhero. My favorite person, Kobe Bryant. Somebody I grew up on. In my childhood, I was old enough to where I could catch him when I was like, I don't know, I had to be like 8 or 9 or something, and then watch his whole career from when he first came into the league and stuff like that. So just work ethic, commitment, dedication to the game, and just passion to something. That's who it is for me.
All right, so since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
Oh, that's Nipsey every time. That victory lap.
Yeah, Nipsey Hussle, he can't go wrong with him. All right, so we're going to give you a preview of the game that we're going to play later. We got a game that we play called Would You Rather. So for the initiation, I want to ask you this. Would you rather be a singer or would you rather be a dancer?
Singer.
I don't get y'all singers. You can't just work out singing everywhere, but I can dance anyway.
Yeah, you can. And being able to sing is a superpower. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, that's a very good superpower.
Think about the mannerisms and stuff come with that. You smooth. You know what I'm saying? You can walk in the room, glide across the room, eyes on you. You got to be able to sing.
See, that's the one I went with. I went with singer. He said dancer. So
I'm a dancer, man. I wish I could dance because I tell you, you can go into a place with a lot of music. It's loud. Ain't nobody can hear you sing, but they can see the moves, man. The moves break out.
You can change how you sing to fit different.
That's true.
Things that's going on. You know what I mean? So singing for me.
All right, Coach. So if you could shadow anyone for a week and learn from them, they could be either dead or alive. Who would it be and why?
Kobe Bryant. Easy. I mean, that's on a different level for me. I just want to follow like the discipline, the hard work, the dedication, just to different things. You know what I mean? Because I think you can apply it to all walks of life.
So what is something that basketball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
Patience. Patience, and just to show up every single day. Just showing up every single day.
All right, Coach. So I asked you about your favorite superhero. Of course, you said Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I'm a Batman fan, so he's with the Justice League. So I want you to assemble your dream coaching staff, and I'm going to give you 3 spots.
All right. Well, the first one, easy. That's 𝐥𝐤𝐬𝐬, 𝐥𝐤𝐬𝐬 at LSU. That's my brother, college roommate, friend, you know, outside of this basketball stuff. So that's my man. So he going to be there any day. Vivian Stringer, I think, is second. Just a legend, what she was able to do at the different stops she's been at, especially the one at Cheney. That hits different for me. Then to watch all the different women that have kind of came up and coaches that have come up after her to grow the game to allow me to even be in the situation that I am today. So I really, really appreciate that when I kind of look at the history of the sport. And then 2 coaches that are important to me. My high school coach, Jimbo Talbert. You know, he just helped take care of me through the years, even in high school, even when I got to college, he stayed with me. Basically, he told me, don't have dreams, live them. And that's something that I live by. And so that stuck with me the rest of my life. And then Alan Sharp gave me my first opportunity to coach. He's now the head junior college coach at Wallace Hansville. But he was at Arkansas Monticello where I started with them, gave me an opportunity, believed in me when there was nothing really there. And so he definitely would have to be there.
All right, so B and I, we're going to produce a movie centered around you. The one thing that we're missing is a lead actor. So who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
I'm trying to decide. Probably Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx, one of the best actors ever, best anything, just talented. So like I'm gonna go with him. I think he'll figure it out.
No, he'll kill it. I mean, Ray Charles, you can even tell that was Jamie Foxx, man. So let me ask you this. Has anybody ever told you look like Marshall Falk?
No.
I can
You
see
look
it.
like Marshall Falk to me, man. I was looking at your pictures. I was like,
I got bad eyes though, KT. I'm still, you know what I'm saying? but if I squint, I can see.
well, thanks for the support, B. Good grief.
Yeah. You know, all of us, you know, dark skinned brothers with big heads. You know, we feel you. Hey, look, because I be getting into, they be always be saying the guy Omar Epps and people like that. Is it Omar Epps from Love Basketball?
Yeah, it's Omar Epps.
Yeah, that's Omar Epps.
I get jokes about that all the time, too.
I can see that, but I'm going with Marshall Falk. All right, so when we come to Alabama to check y'all out, and we're coming, what is that one food spot that B and I, we just absolutely got to go, and what's your go-to meal?
I got a couple different spots, but I like Urban Bar and Kitchen. It's pretty like a chill spot downtown. And they got different foods that I like. I like that Cajun pasta that they have. It's pretty solid. And then they got a pulled pork nachos that's pretty good too. So I stop in there every now and then.
All right, so now it's time for the You Got Next offering. We're passing our collection plates and ask you to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like this video. Leave us your top 5 music artists, your theme song, and your favorite superhero in the comments. And finally, go to our website, sltyougotnext.com, to learn more about us and our other You Got Next family members. Now allow me to turn it over to B as we learn more about our newest family member, Coach Roman Tubner, to the show. And B Jones.
What up?
Excuse me, this is a nomination episode, but his name has come up a couple of times. But I think I'm going to give credit to Coach Janice. Because I know she nominated her husband, and I want to say that she nominated you too.
Well,
appreciate her for that.
And since we talking about Coach Janice, congratulations! They welcomed a new member to their family, and we love Coach Constantine so much. Coach Constantine, they have to check that. They check me every time I say that.
Not everybody does that though.
We love you guys. We wishing y'all the best. But Coach Tubner, man, we got it first and foremost, man. When was the last time you had some Southern made, man?
Yeah, it's been a little bit. I give you that. It's been a little bit.
Hey, man, we got to go back and get the ratchet pack. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm talking about.
I be traveling, man. I be gone.
Hey, the food scene in Shreveport, Louisiana is crazy, man. I'm super excited. I didn't know you. If I know you was from Shreveport, man, I probably would have harassed you the whole time in Chicago. We'd have been chopping.
Yeah, you know, I went to college there, was there for a while, and we used to hit up Strawn's all the time too.
Ooh, that's strawberry pie. That's
different.
I'm trying to tell y'all.
Best in America. Can't lie.
Best, I'm telling y'all, we do some things right, Shreveport, Louisiana. But Coach Tubner, you from Alabama, man. You're an Alabama boy, and you got to tell us about the beginning. When did you fall in love with the game of basketball, and what made you decide to choose this sport?
Actually, a little different for me. So I was a football player since I was like 6 years old. Started playing baseball when I was like 10. Basketball was like 13 or 14, and just kind of always played, was good at it, but never really just took it serious. And then as I got closer to high school, I just kind of joined a little team. Chavez Davis actually is the head coach at Jeff Davis in Montgomery right now. Men's basketball head coach. He was the women's coach. He actually played at Alabama, graduated from Alabama, I think in 2011. Me and him were on the same like first team together, you know, hoop together, whatnot. And then that kind of, we had some success. So that kind of propelled me to want to do it high school and stuff like that moving forward. But football was always my thing at first. And then, you know, as I got 13, 14, I started joining teams and stuff like that.
Well, I got to fast forward it a little bit, but I don't want to go too far because I saw a video of you just pregame, kind of doing a little hezzy step, little crossover, doing a little something with the rock in your hand. Took it to the hole. I was like, wait a minute, he still got some juice in him. I mean,
I know what you're talking about too.
Coach, you still running rec league? I mean, you still got a little bit of game left.
We still can hoop, but I use it towards our team. We get in here and we actually really do get it in individual workouts, and we really do though. You know what I mean? Just all facets, and you know, I work with all different positions here, but you know, mainly I like wings and our forwards and stuff like that. And then if anybody else want to come in, we get to it. But yeah, still can play, man.
Now you talked about your relationship with 𝐥𝐤𝐬. He is another one of the fastest. It's crazy. It's like good people surround themselves with good people. It's only to be expected when you know what he's doing and you know how his name is coming up. Then all of a sudden you're like, who is this other cat? And you're like, wait a minute, this dude here, he coming up. It's only a beautiful thing that y'all be a dynamic duo, man. Tell us about your relationship with 𝐥𝐤𝐬 and do y'all kind of pick up the phone and call each other? It's like, hey, this is what you need to do differently. Or, hey, I can see this kind of coming. I mean, how does that relationship work out in the basketball world?
Okay, so no, he actually my best friend. So like we talk every day, like 6 times a day. Like it ain't like like if something funny happened over here, I'm texting him. Or if something happened over here, that's like my brother. So it's bigger than anything. It really doesn't matter right or wrong or whatever's going on. Like it's my brother. You know what I mean? So love him to death. And so we talk all the time, whether it be work related with the basketball, whether it be just life in our families. Like he got honored a few weeks ago in his hometown, you know, so me and my wife and my 2 kids, we went there, you know, we stayed at his mom's house for a couple of days and hung out with the fam. And like, we really know each other. So it's to that extent. So, you know, we just talk about recruiting. We talk about basketball. We talk about, you know, our families. We talk about just being better at what we're doing, you know.
Well, I can tell you what, man, you hold a lot of respect in this game from a lot of the other coaches. It's an interesting dynamic. Me and Kevin, we new to this, right? So this is like my first AAU summer, but it's kind of fun when we walk in and all the coaches kind of sitting up in this coach's area on the sideline, and you get to see who kind of is viewed by who, right? I mean, and all y'all coaches, it's like a fraternity. So when you see these headlines like the fraternity of coaches, it is truly a brotherhood, sisterhood, or whatever you want to call it amongst all you coaches. But you hold a lot of respect and a lot of esteem. Like people that's rocked with us was like, do y'all know Coach Tubner? Have y'all spoken to Coach Tubner yet? You know, that's kind of how we got introduced. So I'm curious though, you a hooper. You played nothing but male sports all your life. Right. What turned you on to the game of basketball? Because like I said, you got a lot of juice in the game and people see you as that dude. So what made you decide
the game of women's basketball?
The game of women's basketball, yes.
Well, nothing. So I'm going to tell y'all this. It's just funny. When you're younger, some things just happen. I'm a sports person. So like when I was a kid, I didn't watch like cartoons and stuff. I watched like sports. And I still to this day, like it's crazy because I'll drive my wife crazy. When I get home, I turn on sports after doing basketball all day. That's just me. So like I've always been in tune with the women's game. Like I'll tell anybody who listen, Ivory Latta, my favorite player ever. Like ever. North Carolina, Ivory Latta is my favorite player ever. And Kobe Bryant, ever. And Chris Paul. And like I can like really get into this thing, you know. And so I've watched it since I was a kid. Like I bought a North Carolina jersey with her number and with a Sharpie wrote Latta on the back of it and put it in my closet and didn't let nobody ever touch it. Like I was that serious about her. And so for me, I've just always loved the game. How I got into it, I was working 2 years. My first 2 years at Arkansas Monticello, I was actually on with the men. And the women's head coach walked into my office and basically asked the head coach, could she speak with me and talk to me to offer me an assistant position? And I talked with her and I took the opportunity. You know, it's different reasons behind that. I'll kind of get into that as I tell like my story of how I came up. But she walked in, she asked, and I took the job. And so that got me into the women's game. So I really wasn't trying to do either one. I just wanted something, and I wanted to just impact people through the game of basketball. Men or women doesn't matter to me because I love sport and I know the women's game, and I've always known it. So once I got in it, it was just like, okay, how do you navigate through and how do you grow professionally and then help those around you?
Well, we're gonna talk a little bit about that story here because I'm curious of what it meant to be from Alabama and to get that opportunity to come home and coach. But I know we had to get to a certain part. We had to go 10 years through the burning sand, through the crucible to get to that point. So tell us what led us to getting back to Alabama.
The whole like the story of it.
Yeah.
So, man, I played at Centenary College. I played for Greg Gary. He's the head coach at Mercer now, men's basketball. When I finished, and I went back home, and I worked in a warehouse for like May to August. But basically, like one day, it just kind of, long story short, it just kind of got old. And I was like, man, I need opportunity. Alan Sharp was the head coach at Wallace Hansfield back in the day before he got the job now. So this is his second tenure. He got the job at Arkansas Monticello, hit him up. he was like, hey, you can come up here and help, but I really ain't got nothing for you. So I went to Monticello, Arkansas, man, got everything I owned and went up there by myself. Took a loan out, went to the graduate school, got into grad classes because my grades were good, and took a little loan out, got a little small place to stay, found a random roommate in town, and we moved in, man, and I worked odds and end jobs. I babysat. I was a Division I athlete. I'm babysitting. I'm taping ankles. I'm working in the athletic training room for real. Like I can do all of that. I got a CDL that first year. Was driving buses, working on the football field with a fanny pack, traveling with the football team, picking up water bottles, and doing anything, working upper league basketball games, anything you can think of, I was doing. And then I was in master's classes, and the master's program was a year. So I came up with this plan where once I get my master's after that first year, I'm going to try to work myself in the money. So after the first year, I finished my master's because it finished like in that it was a year and a half. It was like that next December. So I did all that stuff for free. That next December when I graduated, I got a way to teach classes at the school, like strength and conditioning, first aid, personal health and wellness. And then I became the resident director of the all-male freshman dorm hall. So I started doing that. Then they had a high school program where like at night, you could teach like an Upward Bound or something like that. You could teach classes and do stuff for like kids and stuff. So I started doing that. And man, I was doing all of that for the rest of the year, like through that year. And I was doing it for free. And the women's coach recognized that and knew that, came in, offered me opportunity. They had a government grant because back then, you're graduate assistants or your assistants at Arkansas Monticello. It wasn't any real assistants. You're a GA, but you're doing assistant work. Like there wasn't an assistant as far as pay. So she offered me a job. They got a government grant, $18,000. That was my first job, man. So my third year in it, got an $18,000 job. And again, random roommate, did it. And so I was at Monticello. Then I got offered the job at Arkansas Tech. Dave Wilbers had a job opening. I was sitting in Gay Pace's office in Arkansas Monticello, and she was like, Arkansas Tech got a job opening. I'm like, I don't know anybody up there. And she was like, let's just call. I promise you. I closed our office door. We called his office like 10 times in a row. He answered the phone, and when he answered the phone, we talked. He wasn't really listening to me, you could tell. And then before we hung up, I was like, I got players, and I know you need players. Because like up there, they win basketball games and championships, and he's a long tenured coach and one of the best coaches in that area, man, and in the state. And he was like, all right, let's talk. So, I met with him one time, talked, stuff like they gave me a job. I brought like 6 players with me. They ended up doing a really, really good job for the next 3 years. We went 73-19. We won the league 3 times, went to 3 D2 NCAA tournaments, had a conference player of the year, a couple All-Americans, a couple All-Region players. 3 of those players, I think that was on our team, ended up making the All-Decade team here like 3 years ago when it finally came out. So we did some great things there. And then that led me to Division I. And my Division I path has been different because I kind of jumped in without any, just like all the other jobs, no help, no mentors, no real body to help me navigate. So I just took a job. I went to Austin Peay. And then everywhere I went after that, man, it was just about like helping to sign players, try to build culture and build relationships. So I've been trying to get to know as many people as I can in the game. And that's fast forward turning into, knowing high school coaches, AAU coaches, junior college coaches, Division I coaches, Division II coaches. And I just try to maintain and be the same person and work hard, man. So Austin Peay, I was there. I was at Indiana State. When I was there, we had no more recruiting class in the Missouri Valley, a top 50 class in the country. And then I went to UNC Wilmington, signed like a 6th man of the year. We had a scholar athlete of the year. Second team all conference. And then I was at Ball State with Brady Saleh and, was with Brady there for a year. I love Coach Brady, man. Me and him still talk. We meet up at all the events and stuff like that. Great dude, big time ball coach. He's a big time ball coach, knows basketball, knows the game, runs an excellent program. And, I had an excellent opportunity when Coach Christie reached out to Coach Brady and asked for permission to talk to me and come here. And You know, it was just a lifetime blessing because when I left home at 17, you know, I never thought I'd be back in this situation, especially when I'm telling y'all how I started. So to go through all of that and to end up in the position I am at the University of Alabama, like no one knows how thankful I am, you know, to be where I'm at, and being able to work and give to the game and continue to push forward because I'm still young, man. So I'm thankful about all of that and to be here. So that's kind of, you know, my journey, and I've been here 2 years now, and I'm going into my 3rd year, and we've signed a top 13 or 14 recruiting class in the country. Before they had the transfer rankings, I think we had one of the top transfer classes a couple of years ago. You know, we've done some good things, and then moving forward, we've got a couple commitments in 24, got a few officials set up in the fall, and we're gonna see.
Yeah, y'all doing major things, man. Now, Kevin, I didn't know that the journey was that hard. Coach, do you ever sit back and just look at it like, dog, I went from a warehouse to just gambling on myself? You pretty much took a loan out on yourself, and I mean, like the risk and the reward and the work. So let me ask you this question: when the kid is sitting over on the bench pouting and or not being truly appreciative, knowing that you put in all of that work just to get here, do you find yourself being like, hey, chuck that up, you got to fix this attitude right now because you blessed?
Not really, because once at a time. So me, I was single parent household, got a few different brothers and I got a different home life situation too. I was kind of like that a little bit as a player. You know what I mean? I was kind of like rough around the edges, like, you know what I mean? Type. Yeah. So like I can relate to some of those players because I was them. You know what I mean? And so my biggest thing is always trying to motivate and help them navigate through whatever situation they're going through, because it's always another backside to that. They're not just over there mad about nothing. You know what I mean? So it's some other stuff to it. So I always look and try to see if I can help and stuff like that. But you know, you do what you can. But I try not to judge. But I think everybody should be thankful for the opportunities that they get. But I try to help where I can and try to understand what I can.
Well, we thankful for that opportunity to have you on the show, man. We'll get a couple more questions and we're gonna get you out of here, man. So let's talk some strategy. Let's talk some coaching. Let's talk some basketball. Now, like I said, you're well respected in the game, but what if I had the opportunity to go to some of your coworkers and some of the players that play for you? How would they describe Coach Roman Tubner?
Probably like Mamba mentality, probably. Yeah, they like lighten up a little bit. You know, it's just I just work hard, man, and put my head down, and then I give anybody a shirt off my back, drop anything I do to help, because people have done that for me. So I think that's how I'll be described. You know, and just always trying to work to be better.
Well, you're doing some amazing things. And last question, and this is the only way you're gonna get this Roll Tide out of me, man. Gotcha. Why should a young lady who's watching this program right now? She number 5 in the country. I really honestly don't know who the number 5th recruit is in the nation. I'm just saying she a dog. She getting buckets. She playing defense. She doing it all. Yeah. Why should she take her talents to Birmingham? To Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, Tuscaloosa. I just think give us our opportunity, give us a try at it. You know, a lot of these programs, top 5, top 10, top 15 recruits, you know, and they do what they do with it. But I'd like to try our chance at and see what we can do. I think we have a great coaching staff, a great head coach, and I think we have all the resources. Our players graduate from here in 3 years, man, and they get a master's in 4. And then they're having internships, micro internships, and we got one of the largest alumni bases in the country. And we really care about our athletes. And I think that side of it is always great. As you see, the WBCA came out with top 25 women's basketball programs, their GPAs, and then all of the honorable mentions. We're listed on that. So, you know, from a life standpoint, we're doing great, you know. Hannah Barber just left. She's at Indiana right now. I think I saw y'all had Terry Morin on. She's on as a GA. You know, Jada's playing in the Australia, and Brittany is got drafted by the Aces, and she's waiting to go off to the next team right now overseas. You know, Meg Abrams just took a job at the University of Wisconsin, diversity, equity, inclusion. So, like, you can kind of go through it. We handle all those things on the academic and life side of things, but give us a chance to go to a Final Four and Elite Eight, and let's see We play a 4-out, 1 in. We play a 5-out. It's guard friendly. If you're a post player, if you can set screens and roll and duck in and finish with both hands, it helps us. So give us an opportunity to see what we can do that. And I bet you'll be surprised at where we take it. So I'm just looking forward to see if we continue to do that. But we want our chance at it too.
All right, man. I thought that was the last question, but another one came to my mind, and it's gonna put you in a little bit of a pressure seat. But when you sitting at a bar, you're sitting at I don't know, just anywhere in a public facility, and everybody just enjoying sports on televisions or whatever, and you hear everybody talking about sports, and you try, and you like, hey, let's turn on some WNBA, and people are like, no. What do you personally think needs to happen for people to get more involved with WNBA? And as a guy who you play sports all your life, you are as competitive as they get. You compared yourself to the Mamba mentality, so you know it's real ball being played in women's basketball. But what do you say to those guys out there who hadn't turned on just yet and bought into the WNBA or the women's basketball movement? What do you say to them?
I just think the more exposure and the more positivity we put out about the game and the more we push it out there from us that are involved in it, whether it be the coaches, whether it be the female or the male coaches or the players or the WNBA players or things that are happening like the NBA players coming out and other professional athletes can continue to shine like a bright light on the game and continue to put positive things out there on it, and then continue to hire people around the game that can do things to push us forward and be innovative. You know what I mean? Especially in the media space that the world's kind of going into now. I think that stuff is really, really important. And I think it'll drown out the noise and people will turn, more to our sport than away from it. Because I think it's easy to just make little comments and say negative things when you really, really don't know what's going on. There's some of these girls out here that'll bust you up, man. Like
hey, women
out here that'll bust you up.
Hey, shoot, it don't matter what they will put. They will put something on you, put their knee on your neck. They dogs. I'm talking about.
Like seriously.
When you see it up close and in person, like go. I challenge anybody to go get a second, third row seat at a college game or a WNBA game, and you'll never view the game differently again.
I tell my players all the time. Like I get in here with some of these women, and I'm like, you better ball player than I was. Like, for real, I'm thankful to work you out. Like, I can give you the ropes and show you things, and there's different things within my game and things that I've learned over the years to help you. But, man, y'all go out here and play and have fun and enjoy it. You better than I was. There's certain things that you can do that I couldn't do, man. So let's work together and figure this thing out. And I just think people will be surprised the more they show up and they watch and they're involved. So I think we just have to continue to be positive about the sport and talk about it and put it out there in front of people's faces for them to see and take our stuff serious. You know what I mean? Like when you're watching the WNBA draft or things that come out, like really, really put into that stuff and make it a big deal. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we got a big deal on this show. Unfortunately, it ain't fun. It ain't friendly. It is the championship round. Coach Tubner, welcome to the championship round. This is a part of the show with KT and I. We do a little one-on-one, some sparring, and you are now officially calling all the shots. All right. Have you ever played a game called Would You Rather before?
No.
All right, so the rules are super simple. Both KT and I are going to make a pitch at you, right? Okay. We're going to try to sell you on a notion. Whichever one of those you like the most, you select that host will get a point. The first host to get 2 points or the best out of 3 will win this episode's game of championship rounds. And if my memory serves me correct, KT, you won the last game.
I'll take it, man. I didn't had a fight. I didn't had everything that happened since that episode, so I'm not really sure. So I'll go first, but I'm not really confident.
All right, here we go. KT, kick us off.
All right, Coach, would you rather coach a player that you recruited that no one gave them a chance and they make it to the Basketball Hall of Fame and in their speech tells you they wouldn't be there without you, or
this is referring to you being the head coach, all right? You hire a coach that is a grad assistant. They have 0 experience. They was working in a factory just about 6 months ago, and you say, I'm gonna give you the opportunity. They go on to build a illustrious career. They win a ring, and they say, hey, I learned it all. Sitting in the same position you sit in, and they say, I learned it all from Coach Roman Tubner.
Both of them sound good to me.
I know, but you got to pick one.
I know, but I'd rather either one. I'd rather the head coach part too one day.
Oh, you gonna get that. You gonna get that.
Yeah, we working, man. Probably.
So the choice is
probably the player. Just just off the point, like you see them so young, and you're probably gonna watch them evolve. You know what I mean? And then what they evolve to the years after, so the player probably.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, round number 2.
I knew it was coming and I just could not get ready. All right, would you rather travel the world hosting your own food show on YouTube, where you and your best friend get to interview other college coaches and pick their brains while eating at their favorite place to eat in their hometowns, or
we're going to have Netflix show up on the campus in Tuscaloosa on Monday, and we're going to film a Last Chance U style documentary called Capstone, and we're going to tell the amazing journey of the women's basketball team and how y'all are building this thing up the right way. We're going to focus on some of the athletes. We're going to focus on the coaching staff, and we're going to follow y'all all through the year.
Yeah, I'd rather you follow us.
Yeah, because that other thing that they came out, HBO put something out on Alabama that was trash. I watched the first 10 minutes of that. I'm not watching this.
The Russia Week thing?
Yeah, that was horrible. Who want to watch that, man? All right, so now we got the right documentary coming on campus, and Coach, good selection.
Yeah,
All right,
the first one was good, too.
Yeah, well, you ain't got to do that, Coach. You ain't got to do that. All right, Coach. Well, round number 3 now. You're a sneakerhead.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
I know sneakers though, man.
That's, you know what, Coach? I'm gonna call you on that one, because I seen your social media. Every single picture you got, you wearing Heat. You got
to present yourself the right way. But I ain't no proclaimed sneakerhead though. It's
I got you.
That really are.
Well, Kevin and we are. And our collection is ridiculous. As a matter of fact, we go live every Wednesday night. During that live presentation, I do a segment called The Drop, in which I talk about like new sneakers that everybody need to go out and cop. So y'all need to come check us out on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. It is a fun show. We talk about more than just sports. We talk about everything. But with that being said, before the show, Coach Tubner, we selected a pair of sneakers that we thought represented you. All right? So on the count of 3, we need you to say, hold that sneaker. And we both gonna pull up the pair of shoes that we thought fit you the most. All right. Now keep in mind, he over there wearing Texas A&M colors, but we gonna show you the shoes that represent you the most. All right.
My God. Hey, catching strays.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Hold that sneaker.
I knew you was coming with those.
Nice.
I know, but I said this dude used to play basketball.
Yeah, I'm rocking with the head coach though.
Yeah, we rocking with the head coach though.
My favorite sneaker. Hey, the head coach. My favorite sneaker ever is the Jordan Black Cat though.
Ooh, the 4s?
Yeah, it's my favorite sneaker.
Well, I would have the 4s in the Black Cat 4s in my collection if they wasn't $1,000.
Yeah,
hey, I can't even get it. I missed it. I don't even want to talk to y'all the story. I had the Black Cats. I could have ordered them from Finish Line. I screwed that whole ordeal up. But hold on,
anyway, bro, this ain't even about you. This is my time to shine. Why are we talking about you and Finish Line? I don't even understand that, Coach. Thank you so much, man. Thanks to you, I can say these 2 words. And still. And then I'll probably put a maybe, because I don't really know if I won the last episode, but I won this one, so that's all that counts.
Yeah.
Then you B. Jones. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was heat.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. A Roll Tide supporting the Aggie. Y'all do it together. All right. So here we go. The title of the show, Sports Life Talks, You Got Next. Coach Tubner. Now that we kind of heard a little bit about you, we got to know you off the court. We got to know you on the court, your journey. But what does the future hold for you, sir? What does your vision board look like?
I don't know. I'm just being where my feet are right now. I'm trying to help Coach Christie win as many basketball games and hopefully get ourselves to a championship and deep NCAA tournament runs and just impact the lives of those that are around me as much as I can and our players. And one day, again, I tell everybody that I can tell, the goal is to be a head coach. You know what I mean? But I'm thankful to be where I'm at and what I'm doing. And so that's just what it looks like right now, man, and supporting my wife and my kids.
Well, every single coach that came on here and said I'm being where my feet are, they got a promotion. So congratulations. You just entered into a Sports Life Talk You Got Next fraternity of some people that's some blessings about to rain on you. Last chance. We come into the game, Coach. I promise you. We gonna be in T-Town. We're going to come check y'all out. So what can we expect when y'all hit that court? What are we going to see when we see the women Roll Tide, the women Bama team hit the floor?
I mean, you're just going to see a lot of grit, man, and then playing hard and toughness and defense. And offensively, we're going to get up in transition, man, and we're going to play. And we really going to play. And, we want to win basketball games, and we want to put forth our best effort every time we touch the floor. So you're just going to see us working together and working hard and just trying to be a hard-nosed team, just displaying a lot of grit.
All right, Coach, do you have any shout-outs you want to give?
Nah, man, just want to give a shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for letting me be on here and giving me the opportunity. This is my first one ever. I've never done one before, a podcast. And so thankful for this opportunity. So that means a lot to me that y'all thought something of me to have me on here. And just blessings to y'all, man.
And B. Jones, for his first one, he chose me. So how does that make you feel?
Hey, that's pretty dope. But I got a feeling your wife gonna watch this is gonna be pretty upset because I know you close with your family. You got 2 beautiful kids, and you're not gonna send a shout out to the fam.
You always got to think ahead. I done said my wife and kids about 4 or 5 times.
I know, but we family.
You know what I'm saying? They get shout outs on the regular.
I know, man. I know. I'm just adding. I'm turning up the
They always gonna get that.
All right,
so this is a part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. Told them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, who are you calling out? Who should have next?
Y'all have my boy G on here yet?
No, he said he was gonna do it though. He said he was gonna do it. He said he was gonna do it. So you got to nominate him. We got to make it official.
That's why I'm not nominating 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐬 II, LSU.
All right, Coach 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐬, you are officially on the clock. We're going to be reaching out to you so we can get you on the show so we can hear your amazing story because he does have a cool story too. Mm-hmm. And we can't wait to have you on. But Coach Roman Tubner, you got next. Man, you're probably the most hardest working guy in the game. Just to hear your story made me realize I need to drop down and do 10 push-ups and work harder and make some more sacrifices. But you're the truth, man. You are transcendent. You are exemplary. You are extraordinary and elite. Coach, you deserve a yeet. Hey, thank y'all for watching another episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next. Hey, we appreciate y'all rocking with us so much. We can't tell you. Hey, just hit me right here. I love episodes like this, KT. I feel like this platform really can provide y'all some quality content, something that's going to help you to make that ride to work a little bit better, cooking, doing your homework, or whatever you're doing. We know that we just gave you a little something for your ear, some gems. And don't forget to pay that back, all right? And the way I mean pay it back, share this episode with somebody out there. Somebody else out there need to hear this, and you hold the key to sharing this episode and this information with them. And don't forget to come follow us on our different platforms. Come tap in with us at Sports Life Talk, all one word. We even on X. I don't know why Elon Musk did that, but we on X too. We on all the social media platforms, and we drop social media content daily. And lastly, if you're sitting up there thinking to yourself, like, hey, I would love to be on the show, guess what? We got an opportunity for you. Go to our website, yougotnext.com. Go to the nominate tab. Just tell us who you are and we'll give you an audition. All right. We would love to hear a little bit more about you. So we will be reaching out to you soon. KT, congratulations, man. You, I guess you figured it out. Pull out the cherries on every episode because everybody want to wear cherry 11s. He won like 8 games with them. That's the only shoe he bring them out. So, and I'm gonna let him keep.
That's a classic though.
And you know what I'm do? I'm trying to win, B. Jones. If I know I can win with these, I do that,
Coach. But I got cherry killers over here. I just don't pull them out.
But you ain't pulled them up.
I ain't gonna pull. So what is he even talking about? I'm gonna let us get a shine.
Nick Saban, the GOAT, says it takes what it takes. You ain't bring what it took to get it done.
Coach, let's don't start talking on football on this episode now.
It takes what it takes.
One day somebody gonna pick these joints. These are MJ. These what MJ won the Olympics. Somebody gonna
B. Jones. It's amazing. Every time it's my time, you make it about you. You didn't do that the second time this show.
Bro, you got your belt. We closing up. What do you?
Oh, you brought out these are cherry killers, man.
They are.
This episode, man. Come on. Hey, Coach, thank you so much for rocking with us, man. Whatever you need from us, please let us know. We got your back.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Hey, tell me again about them pulled pork nachos because I can't wait. I can't wait to get them judged.
Urban Bar and Kitchen.
All right, let's go to work. Hey, Sports Life Talk Nation. We love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another because together we are better. And keep dreaming big because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
See, what's crazy is I knew you had next, cause you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag cause you're always working. Like, in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Like Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest hut in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Like Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rinse repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking sports life, talking this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sports life, talking this.